It doesn't take a genius to see that humankind is destroying Mother Gaia. It's been an ongoing process for a long time. We are polluting the atmosphere, we're cutting down and destroying her lungs, the rainforest and forests in general. We are dropping atom bombs all over the planet. We build power plants on ley lines. We suck out her blood, the oil. We pollute the planet in most horrendous ways. We let Wi-Fi lock in her energy within a certain frequency band, and we manipulate her emotions, the weather, to manipulate both her and us. In addition to this, we happily and willingly lower our own frequency in conjunction with the planetary frequency by getting attached to technology which will lower our vibration to fit the AIF's lower second-dimensional machine kingdom. Although this is all instigated by the overlords, the AIF, who are letting us humans do the work under their supervision, we humans are the ones executing all the above here in 3D. We all know that what is listed here above is bad, both for ourselves and for the planet, but we are doing nothing about it. Not only do we accept it, but most of us contribute to the decay and the decreased frequency by our behavior. But aside from all this, what is the real downfall in all this, if we exclude the obvious? There is a much bigger and more sinister picture involved. As we've discussed before, Mother Gaia / Earth is a living being, and in fact a manifestation of the Queen herself. All living things on this planet are therefore also manifestations of her and extensions of her. Our human Homo sapiens sapiens bodies, as well as our predecessors, the Namlu'u on Tiamat, are both biological life forms, extensions of the planetary body. This is why we are considered beings of nature. The difference between humans and other Ka-star beings is that we humans have external biological bodies that we enter from birth and go through our experiences within, while Ka beings use their fires to shape their bodies. Moreover, the human souls are soul splinters of the Queen, possibly born on Saturn, which was originally our true sun. Thus we are star beings. When we humans are destroying our planet and ourselves, we are at the same time destroying our mother and her children, us. This is exactly what the overlords want. In the West Penry papers, the WPP at westpenry.com, I brought up that the ultimate overlord's agenda is to wage a war against Orion and conquer it. Because they are not trapped. They are now trapped within their own prison system here with us, without any means to break free, except through us. They might actually have two agendas that go hand in hand. They want to defeat the Queen and Khan Enlil and take over the Orion Empire on one hand, and on the other hand, they also need to get out of here before they suffocate from lack of energy supply through us humans. So, how would they accomplish these two agendas and somehow merge them into one bigger agenda? What certainly seems to be the case here, as we have seen it, is that the AIF plans on killing two birds with one stone. Because our planet is a manifestation of the Queen, whom they are holding a grudge against, after being cast out of Orion during Lucifer's rebellion, they can destroy this manifestation via us. By letting us humans do the work, in order to accomplish this, we mindlessly follow their blueprint on how to defeat this manifestation of the Queen, so they can get part of their revenge. Planet Gaia protests in pain by instigating earthquakes, tsunamis, volcano eruptions, tornadoes, and manifests weather extremes. Although some of these phenomena are man-made, not all of them are. Mother Gaia is in pain. As if this wasn't enough, The overlords want to completely destroy the Queen's entire biological experiment by making humans, plants, animals, insects, and everything else that is alive here into cyborg machines to implement artificial intelligence, AI. This is already well on its way and is planned to be completed by 2045. This will lower the frequency of the entire planet, which will then descend into the second dimension, where the overlords reside in their machine kingdom. This will completely put the AIF in control, not only over humans but over the entire planet. The biological experiment has then turned into a pure technological world, where nothing is biological anymore. This will be the end of the experiment as we know it. And this is where we're heading in great speed. Furthermore, the overlords will, at that time, have trapped the human soul group in a supercomputer system, where all souls are gathered, without any means to free themselves. And this soul group will be totally at the mercy of the overlords, from there on operating in their realm, the second dimension. The above is the first agenda that's on the table. Like one of my most reliable sources said, those who control the nano-world control the universe. This is where we're going. We humans will be used to accomplish the overlord's agenda, and we will, in our ignorance, turn ourselves against ourselves and at the same time against our own mother, our oversoul. That is the end of humankind and the human soul group as conscious beings. We are then at the mercy of a controlling force that has the ability to control and address the entire human soul group simultaneously. The trapped souls will do whatever they are told, thinking it's the right thing to do. However, at that point, the overlords are still trapped, and they know that their energy supply will eventually run out. Thus, they need to implement the next step in their agenda. They need us as foot soldiers to leave this matrix and get back into the car, using the human soul group as their avatars. The Stargate of Saturn is currently closed. As our original sun, it is a direct portal into Orion. It is our conclusion that this is the portal / Stargate the AIF is going to use to get out of here. Riding us humans as avatars, and with the Saturn Stargate once again open, they can escape and use us as avatars, foot soldiers and shields. It is most likely that the entire remainder of the human soul group at that time will be terminated. Weapons will be used that can split the souls in a million pieces with no chance to come together again. The entire soul group will dissolve and become one with the universe again, thus being out of the game. There is, of course, a chance that the AIF can win this war, but their chances are, as we see it, quite slim. What they are planning is a desperate attempt to both get revenge and to survive. This might sound very discouraging, but it is a very probable scenario. The overlords have very little time to accomplish this, and therefore technology is making enormous progress right now in order to meet the deadline of 2045. But there is a solution, and it is the same solution that has been pushed in the WPP and related articles. We need to go through the grid. If this resonates with you, and you are educated on these matters, there doesn't seem to be any reason to stay in the matrix, does it? Why reincarnate here again into such a future? The point with this article is to stress that the war on Orion is already raging, and it's been fought on the nano level. By destroying our planet, our mother, we are at the same time destroying ourselves by embracing nanotechnology in our lives and by terminating the biological experiment, replacing it with an artificial and lifeless world of which those who don't act soon will be part, until they eventually terminate themselves. And this seems to include the majority of the human population. We are about to kill both ourselves and our own oversoul. Everybody has a choice, of course, but for those who haven't made up their minds what to do, it's high time to do so now, so that this will be the last lifetime here, if your choice is to exit the Matrix.